So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. Of course, my name is Stephan Reis. We're here until 8 o'clock. It is Wednesday. It being Wednesday, we do have Behind the Badge today, and Acting Sergeant Greenwich will join us, as well as later on in the second hour, we have Pastor John, who will also be joining us as usual on a Wednesday with his feature. So we want to get the ball rolling as we say good morning to all of our regional viewers and everybody watching us internationally. Good morning across the board. Okay? So this morning, we're going to deal with a few things, including a road rage incident that took place and is trending all over Instagram. I was looking at the video and I was like, wow, boy, the lengths that people will go to. Some high levels of ignorance and road rage. Road rage is a serious problem in Trinidad and Tobago, but we'll deal with that with Greenwich when we get him on, because I just want to find out something from him. I want to find out, police has always talked about intelligence and evidence. So if you have a video where somebody is conducting a legal act, right, whether it be on road or otherwise, that must form part of evidence. And I mean, when a license plate number showing, you must be able to track the license plate to owner of a vehicle and that kind of thing. So well, we'll get to that with Greenwich. In the meantime, let's get into the paper. And I see here, hey, Dr. Watson, father, any papers, man? Nice, man. Well, I know he's an economist. That's Dr. Patrick Watson. So we're going to get to the first headline. Let me get the Economist now. Economists urge government to check the fine print of the US $750 million steel plant revival, warn of risk and unanswered questions. All right, so let me hear what Mr. Watson had to say here. So while the planned $750 million revival of the former ArcelorMittal steel plant at Point Lisas could provide a much-needed boost to Trinidad and Tobago's economy, two economists are warning that the potential risk and fine print surrounding the investment cannot be ignored. Economist Professor Patrick Watson and Dr. Jamelia Harris both believe that the project could generate foreign exchange, stimulate economic activity and create employment, but they say its ultimate benefit to the country will depend heavily on the arrangements underpinning the investment. Watson, however, is particularly cautious, questioning whether the country has seen enough information to determine if the deal is as beneficial as it appears, and warning that multinational corporations ultimately pursue their own interests. Of that, I will agree. Okay? The warning follows Monday's announcement that Ibis Steel Company, backed by US-based Pinnacle Steel and Vanadium Corporation, plans to restart the Point Lisas steel plant with a US $750 million investment, creating up to 1,000 jobs. The facility is also expected to process vanadium, which US officials say will help secure critical mineral supplies outside of China. Watson said that if the venture succeeds, one of its most important contributions could be foreign exchange rather than direct employment. All right. Now, we know, and this goes without saying, I think everybody who is mature enough is mature enough to know and smart enough to know that any foreign based companies that is willing to invest money in any little small twin island republic like Trinidad and Tobago or anybody in South America, let's say Venezuela per se, they have their interests to seek. People who pelt out money and make an investment, that's why it's called an investment. They're investing $750 million US. So that investment must reap rewards. That goes without saying. All right? I will trust with an open mind that those who negotiated well, and that Trinidad and Tobago will get its fair share, all right, of whatever benefits may come. Should we have some concerns? Of course we should. That you should have concerns in anything that you're entering into, right? That goes without saying. But I'm not going to, I mean, we can't, it's very difficult to at this point, to project positive or negative outcome, right? Things have to get off the ground first. I think that, well, he is saying foreign exchange rather than direct employment. But I think it's gonna assist with direct employment maybe not to employing 5 and 6 and 7,000 people, but they're saying 1,000 jobs. ArcelorMittal was 644 workers sent home. So you will get that small number of employment. I mean, it's small in the context of a population of 1.4 million, or any context of any population size. But you will get some direct employment that will bring relief to some. But the foreign exchange potential is there, and we can't ignore that. We desperately need to revitalize our foreign exchange channels, all right, or revenue sources. So in anything, there's going to be positives and there's going to be negatives. There's going to be pros and there's going to be cons, and you have to weigh the pros and the cons when you're making any decision. And I would imagine that the government would have done that as well. You weigh the pros, you weigh the cons, and if the pros outweigh the cons, then you proceed. All right? So we will see. We will see in time to come what materializes from this deal. But I understand the need for the warnings and the concerns, and that's fair enough. You know what I mean? That's fair. We have TNT's vanadium ambitions face raw material and energy concerns. We have Professor Clement Imbert. Clement Imbert. There's all these Imberts and them just have this thing on their face. These, anyhow. Watching that picture, the man, why? The man had the same thing called me, but I don't know if they're family. Anyway, Trinidad and Tobago's plans to revive the former ArcelorMittal steel plant at Point Lisas are raising questions over how the country will produce vanadium, where the raw material will come from, and whether there is enough energy capacity to support the ambitious plans. The mineral, which is used in specialty steel, aerospace applications, and battery technology, is expected to form part of the plant's new industrial role beyond its traditional steelmaking operations. And Professor Clement Imbert questioned whether Trinidad and Tobago has the raw materials necessary to produce vanadium domestically. Okay. Well, let's I'm just going based on a little just logic here, right? We're just applying some common sense to the situation. I would imagine it's a very, very good question on whether or not we have the raw materials to produce vanadium. But the company, US-based Pinnacle Steel and Vanadium Corporation, okay? That's actually the name of the company. Pinnacle Steel and Vanadium Corporation. Now, I do not think a company is going to invest $750 million US and look at its option to produce something like vanadium unless they are satisfied that it can be produced. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, I wouldn't go to the desert, right, and invest money to manufacture water. If you understand what I'm saying, right? Unless I know that it's there to be sourced, right? So I see the concern and I hear the concern, but I don't think the company itself would make the investment and propose something like that unless there is evidence of such. But the question, like I said, everybody's it's fair game. Can PTT urges controlled fireworks and proposes drone displays? I want to agree with them. Now we have Independence Day celebrations coming up. We will be here for that, Chris. We fly out after, right? Gonna be here for independence. So, the Citizens Against Noise Pollution, they are calling for a more responsible approach to this year's independence celebrations, urging authorities to ensure that any official fireworks display is controlled, time-limited, and considerate of residents, vulnerable people, and animals. Last year, there was no Independence Day parade, of course, or state-sponsored fireworks display, with the government citing security concerns during the then ongoing state of emergency. And while the fireworks display was cancelled, silent fireworks were permitted for private use as the government sought to reduce noise disturbances affecting vulnerable people and pets. Now, I saw CanPTT put out, there was an article earlier this week, probably on Monday or over the weekend on Sunday, where they spoke about noise pollution leading to violence. And in that article, they cited several instances where persons who were, loud and playing, blasting music loud and letting off loud fireworks and stuff, where the confrontation between them and persons who asking for a little peace and that kind of thing and quiet ended up in some serious situations, right? And when I saw the headline, I was like, all right, when I took a read in it, I could understand. Because tempers tend to flare very quickly in Trinidad and Tobago, and people just fly off the handle very quick, right? Especially when it's something that is constant and is just ongoing, on and on and on and on and on. You reach your boiling point and you explode, right? On the issue of the Independence Day fireworks or potential fireworks display, I have been saying it for years. Those drone shows, to me, way better than what you're getting from fireworks. Way better. I don't know if the fellas in the back will agree with me. Huh? Agreed? Fireworks just go up, pew, and that's it. Right? But the drone shows are something, it's a show. It's just that. They put on a show. They do all kind of things with these drones. They make all kind of different formations and messaging. And, to me, it's just the better way to go. Other parts of the world, I mean, this is the standard where these drone shows have just taken over. So I think if they put on a spectacular drone show, people might forget that that's something called fireworks. Right? I'm just saying. And I think it's something I think children will enjoy that more. The drone show. If you're carrying out your kids and that kind of thing, I think they will enjoy that more. But we wait to see what the government is planning for that part of the celebrations. And, we'll see. But I agree with CanPTT. I mean, I have dogs, I have pets, just like most people do. And I see all my dogs as get on, boy. I'm telling you, it's a horrible thing. You understand? Although they've grown accustomed to it, because I had to get to dog, you understand? They ain't no potong. You understand? But they get to. So they're in business now. You understand? Fireworks going on, and two of them just line up now like nothing going on there. You understand? And from time to time, there are the big explosive ones that they will come by the gate and I'll let them inside and put them in a room and all kind of thing. But, for the most part, they're kind of cool most of the times. I don't know if they've grown accustomed to it. I don't know. But they don't seem to be bothered some of the times. What we got here? Beckles questions government's handling of the new coat of arms. All right. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles has questioned the government's handling of Trinidad and Tobago's redesigned coat of arms, saying a change already legislated now sits in administrative limbo. She raised the issue in a World Steel Pan Day message, noting the redesigned coat of arms replaced the three ships associated with Christopher Columbus with a gold steel pan and pan sticks. And she said, quote, "We must ask whether the government is treating our national symbols and our pan fraternity with the seriousness they deserve." Well, she said the government has extended the life of the old coat of arms until January 2nd, 2031, meaning government buildings, passports, and official correspondence have reverted to the old emblem. Well, oh God, Lord Father, I don't even know if to answer, if to give up an opinion on this. But I think a lot of that has to do with money. It takes money to change over all those things. You talking about you talking about passports, buildings, money. The money that you all just changed over during the pandemic when everybody was inside locked in the house. Remember they changed over the money? So when all they was changing over the money during the pandemic, all they didn't know, all they wanted to replace the 3 ships with the steel pan. So I mean, you all come, you change over the money. The money carries the old coat of arms. So now, you come a few years after to make this change, and the money had to change over too. So you have the changeover of the money, you have the changeover of all of these buildings, you have the changeover of everything that the coat of arms has to carry. I mean, these things don't happen overnight. So raising that question to me, because it's World Steel Pan Day, and you probably just didn't have anything to talk about, you see, this is becoming the petty nature of things, you know. Because it's World Steel Pan Day, you're concerned about the coat of arms. If we assess the situation and we look at it logically, and we look at how that whole situation happened, I could raise plenty questions as to you know, why the change was, why they didn't do this then. But we won't go into the whys and the ifs and the ands and the maybes and the buts. The facts are that there is a lot to change over. And the changeover, I don't see it as a priority right now. That can't be a priority. It's either the economy is the priority, crime is the priority, or the coat of arms is the priority. Because the money that I do have in times of little, right? When you're now trying to streamline the economy back into a place where you're seeing growth and that kind of thing, you have to prioritize, right? So that would be down the list of priorities. It's not to say that, I mean, it's something that has already been passed. So eventually it will have to come into play, but it will have to come into play gradually, right? As time goes along, things will change over piece by piece, part by part. You know, so look, let me leave that right there. Independence fireworks set to return, so say sources. I don't know who those sources might be, but we will see. All right, anyway, we're 20 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. Those are some of the headlines in the paper this morning. There were some other headlines as well, but like the community and former workers are hopeful that the steel plant revival will boost economic activity. A lot of hope. It's better to have hope than be hopeless. I'll say that. But I'm now seeing here, while sources say Independence fireworks is set to return, I see Ravi Ratiram, the Minister of Agriculture, is also in another headline saying grand drone show planned for Independence Day. So you have one government official saying there is a grand drone show that is being planned for Independence Day, and then you have sources saying the fireworks are set to return. So, you know, look, wait on the authorities, whoever is in charge of that, to make us a comment on that, yes, before we get into those things. All right. So with that, I want to remind you, just now, fellas, let me find the thingamajig here. Right. Let me get the therapeutic massage. Lovely. So, if you are considering a lucrative career in massage therapy or cosmetology, well, you could learn from the experts with 40 years experience in the field, all right? And right now, the Trinidad and Tobago College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture, they're enrolling for September 2026. You could train for a job in this industry. You can register with the Ministry of Education, and they are registered with the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago for a gate-funded massage diploma. And they're also registered with the National Training Agency to teach a cosmetology level 2 CVQ. So you could give them a call now, for those of you interested in this field, on 658-3907. You could also WhatsApp them on 496-1111. That's 496-1111. And you could also visit their website, www.ttcollegeofmassage.com. So make sure and check them out today and, get going for those of you interested in that field. Okay? And also, I want to remind you that Seth Wyola Board, he has the Holistic Health Clinic, and it's powered by nutritional therapy. And all we are saying is stop managing those diseases because you have the opportunity to reverse them naturally. And we're talking cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and more. It's drug-free, supplement-free. It's root cause healing through nutritional therapy. You can call or WhatsApp 2793935 or 7611952. You could also book an appointment today and rebuild your health from the inside out naturally. And I must say, you could order the book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, by calling those same numbers, or you could go to RIK bookstores nationwide. You could go to Amazon. You'll get a digital copy on Gumroad, and if you're in Tobago, you could check Nelson's. All right, so with that, we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we will get behind the badge with Acting Sergeant Greenwich. Don't go anywhere. Breaking Dawn continues after this.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, 1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Hey conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwayo is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwayoclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Ford, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, 1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The talent within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
All right, people, so we're back. We're just about 27 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock, and Acting Sergeant Greenwich will join us shortly. I just want to show this video first. There was an incident of road rage that took place in the Champlain area, and I really don't know. Listen, just show to the video for me, please.
Dude, just don't go up there. Go. Son katani başı. Come behind here too, eh? Go down and box in. Go on the bus route, mommy. Go on the bus route. Why are you going back in here? I was saying. Call the police. Call search quick.
I need help, please. I need help. Help. This man here is trying to run me off the road. Suds, a man trying to run me off the road right now between Carib here. A man is trying to run me off the road right now by Carib here. Yes. Keep going. But I was on the main road. I going on the bus route. I'm going on the bus route.
All right, so that was a little incident in Champlain there, with a kind of, but it was a road rage incident. I like how when she called the police, she put on the damsel in distress voice. I need help. We're going to bring in Acting Sergeant Greenwich. Greenwich, what's up, man? Morning.
Good morning, Stephan. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Pleasure to be here.
Nice, man. Pleasure to have you here, man. Greenwich, well, you saw that video just as I did. It took place in the Champlain area. Let me ask you something. Police has always talked about evidence and intelligence, right? Can action be taken against that driver for any offense?
Of course it can. Of course, Stephan, but there must be an investigation first, based on the occurrence, right? And I am advised that that was not the only incident. There were other incidents involving the same vehicle and the same driver. So I am very confident that the police would look into it and treat it according to law.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to find out, because I look at it and you saying that there were other incidents with the same individual?
Yeah, there were other videos. There were other similar videos. I'm not
Of
certain
different, with different situations?
right, I'm not certain if the victim was the same, but there were other videos involving the same driver and that same behavior. Same vehicle, I shouldn't say same driver.
But somebody needs to
Same
check
vehicle.
that person's head.
Yeah,
They had to check his head
among
or
other
her
things.
head or wherever it is.
Among other things, not the head alone, but yeah.
Well, yeah. But what would be the offense there?
It depends. It could be from a traffic perspective. It could be causing a deliberate obstruction, based on the situation. It could be harassment. It could be a lot of different things that
Right,
could,
yeah, that's what I want to know if
based on the
harassment.
circumstances. Yeah.
I want to know if harassment was inside of there because it came across to me as harassment.
Yeah.
Outside of any traffic offense, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, harassment. All right, so that
It's causing an unnecessary obstruction. Sorry, not deliberate.
right, causing an unnecessary obstruction. And
Yeah.
but I mean endangering the lives of other drivers, because that nonsense there when the vehicle tried to go around him, he come and he went from one lane to the next and he kinda in two lanes and that could have caused an accident.
Correct. Right. So I'm certain my colleagues are looking at it and they will treat with it accordingly.
All right. Secondly, there is a bit of a scam that has been circulating on WhatsApp, or I think I'm not too sure if it's WhatsApp or messages. You all have the ticket scam picture? Yeah. People seem to be getting this message, Greenwich, and having got this message, well, let me just see if I could read what the message says here. And a lot of, some people apparently got caught. I don't know how you could get caught, but they got caught. So it says, notice from the Traffic Enforcement Branch of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. To start with, is that the name of the branch?
No, it is not.
Thank you. That's why I know. Your vehicle has been recorded by a fixed mobile speed detection system as speeding in alleged violation of the Road Traffic Act. Notice number TTPS 2026-98124, date August the 5th, blah, blah, blah. Please check and pay via official government online portal. And it says, it have a whole thing here, courtpay.ttlawcourts.com/traffic-fine. Reply 1 to review the captured photograph and violation details. And the fine must be paid within 3 days, they say. 3 days, Papa, yo. Legal notice, failure to settle the matter by the deadline will result in the automatic assignment of demerit points to the driver, as well as the issuance of a court summons or suspension of driving privileges in accordance with the law. All right. You got that? Look, Chris saying he get that. Don't go and click that, you know. Yeah.
As you are aware, we no longer have the demerit point system in action at present.
That's what, right?
Additionally, this has been going on for quite some time, and I am aware that there was an advisory sent out by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service that it was fraudulent. I will try to source the advisory for you on completion of this show.
Right.
And send it to public. We could edify the public that this is not the TTPS's way of doing this, conducting business.
Do we have that facility in place? Because I know that the traffic cams, those speed cameras, those little cameras that are set up, there's one right there in El Socorro on the highway. There's another one up by Trin City, where right on the median there is these cameras that snap the photo, right? I myself some years ago got a ticket coming from Trin City. That time I had the Wing Road, and I got a ticket, and the ticket was actually issued based on a picture that the camera took. But I am not aware that we have any technology that they could snap that and then ticket you. I mean, I'm not aware that exists. Does that exist? Of course not.
In other countries, yes. In Trinidad, not at the time, I believe. I think our system is done manually by officers conducting speed exercises.
Well, could you imagine if we went to the actual model of putting those cameras to use and mailing the ticket to people? Oh my God, the world would end, you know.
So from anything any lawful means to minimize the carnage and the blatant lawlessness on our roads,
Yeah.
I would believe would be recommended and ought to be considered.
Right.
Because in my private capacity while driving, I see a lot of people breaking the road laws.
Yeah, I mean, we see it on a regular basis. Which brings us to the next point here. Just before I move on to that point, and I piggyback off of that last thing that you said, we want to just advise people once again, if you get that message, Chris, how you got it? SMS message? Right. So if you get that message on your phone, ignore it. Okay? Ignore it. The TTPS has put out an advisory on it. Greenwich will send it to me. We'll share that with you as soon as he sends it, when he sources and send it. But please ignore that, because I know a couple people that got caught. Because you never really know if you are a driver and you know you went over 100, right? The chances are when you get a message like that, you might say, wait till they catch me. And the pay within 3 days thing and the legal notice and everything that is inside of there, nobody wants to go to court. So people will panic and pay. They will catch a few people out there. Do not, under any circumstances, respond to that message. All right? We saying it here on Behind the Badge. Good. So if any viewer of Breaking Dawn call me after today and say, Stephan, I get a message on my phone, ting, 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 and bop, 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 and I went and I pay and a thing and wasn't taken, I get scammed. That is on you. Right. Now, that brings us to the next order of business. Police presence. Okay? Now, I said, I think it was earlier this week, as it relates to the police post, these joint police posts that will be going up with the army, police and army, right? I said, from a mental standpoint, right? It's a good thing, because if I am driving on the road, and I come back to driving, right? If I'm driving on the road, and let's say I'm exceeding the speed limit. Let me say I'm doing a 110 or a 112 or whatever the case might be. If I see a police vehicle up front on the side of the road, my first reaction is to slow down and get back under 100. I think that would be most people's reaction. I don't think anybody's going to speed up, right? They slow down. You see it too. You see all the traffic slow down. You don't want to know what is going on. And then they realize it's a police vehicle on the side of the road. And then after people pass the police, they see everything kind of accelerate again, right? So we know that when the police is seen, the public reacts in a particular way, right? So I use that in the same context of the police post, which will provide that same visibility then, right? And will not only bring some level of safety and security to people in specific areas, but it will also change the process in which people think by, in terms of certain things they may do, they wouldn't do it within that vicinity and that kind of thing then. So the police post, Greenwich, as being a police officer involved in the youth clubs and so on and so forth, give us your take on that.
Well, Stephan, to me, it is also part of the SIP approach, beginning with S, which is suppression. And suppression speaks of that saturation of police presence in areas that we believe are at risk to crime and criminality. So having that constant presence in these areas may assist in crime prevention. Additionally, having police officers out on all these strategic points would assist in terms of response time should an incident occur, God forbid. Right, so it is, in fact, an avenue in which we could look at ensuring that there's a constant presence to prevent incidents.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah.
But do you think
I'm advised that they would be also furnished with vehicles. So those vehicles, of course, will assist in improving police response time
Also, they're going to have vehicles.
I'm advised.
You're advised that you're advised that there will be vehicles at their
Once that is the
disposal.
case, of course, it would help with response to any
So,
incidents that may have been
so
occurred.
this is also a response.
Yeah, I mean, policing is about response.
Okay.
One of the, right, if you look at the police duties, is to preserve the peace, detect crime and other infractions of the law. So that's rule one. So anything along that line, they would be inclined to respond, perform their duties accordingly.
Okay, brilliant. What about, I was reading an article where a few people were concerned about the army, members of the defense force dealing with the public, and one person, they mentioned that they had a bad experience with that back in the day in a joint police and army patrol and that kind of thing. But once, just to be clear here for persons, it is a joint police army post, meaning it will have police officers and members of the defense force. However, the police are in charge.
Stephan, I do not know why we are acting like this is something new
I
to
need
Trinidad and Tobago, but having joined the work in '97, especially on Christmas times, we always had joint army patrols. The post in St. Babs, when it was just established, comprised of both soldiers and police officers. The interagency task force, when it had just been implemented, the name alone speaks for itself, interagency, right? So this is something that has always been with us. From time to time, both arms of law enforcement will combine to support each other, especially if we see there's an ongoing challenge in terms of crime and criminality. So this is not new to us. This is something that is just continued. It's a continuation.
Okay.
Probably a bit more formalized, but it has always been with us.
All right. Well, I just hope that the system between the E99, the 999 Emergency Rapid Response Unit, the National Operating Center, and the police posts, these police posts that are strategically being placed strategically in certain areas, and there are some areas that are calling for these same police posts as well. So I thinking like they might have expanded beyond 30, because I got a caller yesterday that was asking for one in Santa Cruz. I will message the Minister of Homeland Security and let him know that.
My concern with that would be we already indicating that the police service in terms of strength is short. It's short, right? I think that in some of these areas, effective patrols may tend to be a little more effective than actually having a post in every community. Now, we understand the mindset of people that they know that having a post in their communities would in fact bring some level of comfort, right? But I believe if you look at international law enforcement organizations, they ensure that they have ample amount of patrols on the streets that permits them to respond to any untoward any activity that's taking place. So beside the posts, I think augmenting the amount of patrols we see is even more importance.
Well, obviously it can be a one-trick pony. There has to be. There are several elements involved in crime.
Right.
In crime,
so for the
fighting
communities
or anti-crime initiatives.
So for the communities that may not see a post, what I would humbly suggest is an increase in police presence through patrols.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying that some people have been, they've been saying, hey, we want one too. Trinidadian people be like children, and when we see some people getting something like, we treat it like it's a toy and everybody want one. But I could understand why. I think Santa Cruz, that caller from Santa Cruz, I could understand why, because we have had incidents in the Santa Cruz area from time to time, and it is, it's that kind of area, you know, Santa Cruz, you know, it isn't free of crime, just like no part of Trinidad and Tobago. They have had their incidents, and, you know, some people may not feel safe at times, you know, in certain areas in Santa Cruz. Right, so we know that police presence and visibility is all part of the anti-crime plan, or, you know, crime-fighting initiatives, right? So we know that it has to be the system that has to exist, right? Like I said, the police officers, the TTPS themselves, those officers, they got to be well trained, and they had to come out to do their work, brother, because you know, any little lapse, right, in any part of that system, it makes the TTPS look bad, right? I mean, look, we have, just this morning, we have a report, or yesterday we had a report of 3 guns going missing in Port of Spain now. I think it was at a municipal police station again in Port of Spain. You saw that one?
I'm advised that the firearms belong to the Port of Spain Municipal, but they were being housed at the Central Police Station.
Right, and the 3 guns gone missing.
They are
They
not
could not be
accounted for.
accounted for.
Yeah.
How that happened? How that has happened?
Stephan,
Didn't you know how a police station is work in terms of keeping firearms and that kind of thing? You know the protocols,
of course, we do. I do, Stephan.
right? So how does that protocol be breached to the point where we have 3 guns missing? We know why 100 went missing down in South, in the municipal police station with the unfortunate incident with WPC, obviously. But I'm saying there's a whole different kettle of fish here. So I mean, how?
The reason why I use the term unaccounted for is because the possibility exists that the persons who the firearms were issued to may have neglected to sign the register, the relevant registers, and so on. Right? I am advised that there is an inquiry into it. Thereafter, I would follow a proper explanation as to how these firearms end up being unaccounted for.
Okay. Well, we are waiting on an update on that, right? Because, I mean,
Yeah.
I think the police investigating that.
Yeah, anything now will be presumptuous.
Okay. Finally here, I just want to get to, we had a little period there, a little 10-day period without a murder. Nothing to really go blowing horns and letting off fireworks or having drone shows for. You know, I mean, I don't think the intention of mentioning it was ever to say, well, look, hey, victory, or declaring victory or anything like that. I think it was just something, it was a nice period over that 10 days that we did not have a murder. And, you know, I and all didn't even realize we didn't have a murder until the Prime Minister actually posted on it. And I was like, wait, 10 days without a murder? Wait. Because I'm just not accustomed of a day in Trinidad and Tobago without a murder, right? So we had this 10-day period, and then after it was mentioned, like, I don't know, people didn't like that. Some people, like, they didn't get the message and realize that, hey, there's a good thing. And we had, like, I think it was 3 murders or something, so following that over a 2 or 3 day period. The murder toll right now is still around, it's I think around 240 or 242 or somewhere around there, so, which for the middle of August is exceptional in comparison to the years where we would have been probably around 4 something or in the high 300s by now. We are at about 240 something, and I mean, it would be hard to argue the success of the state of emergency if it was to be kept under 300 for this year. Now that 10-day period has passed and murders have resumed and so on and so forth. But like I said, the murder rate is 242 or somewhere around there. And my question is this: we have approximately, let's say, 500 people on preventive detention orders. So I am saying that based on certain persons that are being held under PDOs and the drop in the murder rate, I am drawing a line and saying there has to be a connection here. The police must have some of the correct people in detention, hence the reason why you have a drop in your murder rate, right? But the problem still is now, they're being held without charge. And the SOE will end, and if there is no evidence to charge them, right, then they're going to be back outside, and then we're going to go back into another cycle, I would imagine, of the murder rate going up. And I do not know what the authorities will do at that point in time. So my question to you is, how is the police treating with those persons that they have under this extended detention? How are they treating with that? I mean, you must hold them on something, right?
Right, so Stephan, initially these persons would have been held based on intelligence, based on information provided by reliable sources. The information will be analyzed and based on its reliability, based on the proof to attest to the fact that the information might be correct. That intelligence would have been utilized to have them placed on the PDOs, right? I am certain that the police officers who work within that spectrum are in fact working assiduously to turn that intelligence into evidence so that charges can be laid at some point,
right?
And as you rightfully say, the state of emergency must at some point come to an end.
Right, which will be in September, about a month from now.
And as such, we have to ensure that at least the persons who there's evidence, sufficient evidence to lay charges against are placed before the courts.
Okay, but I mean, once again, evidence, I mean, we saw it at the end of the first SOE where we saw a decline in the murder rate. We know X amount of people was under PDOs, were being detained under PDOs. I believe the police had a lot of the right people detained under PDOs based on the information and the intelligence that they have. So we know that the intelligence is good. Because the intelligence...
But you'll appreciate that statistics and intelligence is not evidence. Right?
No, I understand that.
In order to have them placed before the court, evidence, which is defined as any legal means exclusive of mere argument that could prove or dispose the facts in question.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, we know that the intelligence is spot on to a great degree, right? Based on who we have, who you all have detained, and the decline in murders. So we know that the intelligence has to be on point.
We can assume that, but in the absence of evidence, you can't really.
I understand that. I understand that, but what I'm saying is, we know that the intelligence has to be on point to a great degree for the decline to occur while these people are behind bars, right?
Again, Stephan.
But I come into the evidence part. Right? Don't jump the gun yet, right? So I'm saying the intelligence is on point, but somewhere, somehow, why can't we turn the intelligence and that information into evidence? What is stopping the TTPS from doing that?
All right, this is why I'm saying that we cannot put a direct connection between the persons detained and the reduction in the murders, right?
Okay.
Hypothetically speaking, I am a killer, a hired killer, I am a hired gunner. My neighbor is arrested on a PDO. On seeing my neighbor arrested on the PDO, I realized, hey, this place hot, so to speak. I had to take it down.
Right.
Right, so it does not necessarily mean that my neighbor was responsible for the homicides I perpetrated.
Okay, understood.
I decided. So this is why we can't directly say, well, yes, one is correlated to the other. You know what I'm saying, right?
I understand. I understand completely what you're saying.
The only thing that could solidify that is that find the evidence required to place these people before the courts.
All right. What's that? Oh, we are, okay. All right, so we're out of time. But, all right, I understand what you're saying with that. I understand that as certain people are held, others will kind of go into the hole and take it on. I understand all of that. I understand all of that. A lot of that might have to do with certain bosses that might be held and detained at this particular point in time. And if the boss in detention, the message is, fellas, we had to take it on, you know. Because the boss in there to call no shots. And it's no shot callers. I don't know where the accessibility to guns and ammunition is right now. I know that the authorities is working with, they've spoken several occasions of working with the U.S. Partners in terms of security and so on and so forth. We know the border security. I'm hoping to see the Defense Force hopefully deployed somewhere along the coastline and things like that. Where we could implement certain strategies to stop these things from coming in the country, and therefore, if fellas run out of bullets, then the gun is of no use, right? Because, right? But I'm saying that the police need to have at least, I mean, they got to try somehow to make it stick. They got to get the evidence, that evidence that you need to move from one position of detention to charge. It has to happen. Otherwise, we just catch in and release in. It's like
therein is where we need the support. Therein is where we need the support of the public, right, to really assist us. We keep saying, see something, say something. Do not wait until it is a family member or somebody that is become victim before you decide that it's time to support the police.
Okay. All right. Well, Greenwich, thanks a lot, man. And we'll see how things progress. All right, as time goes along.
I want to say happy birthday to Miss Alison James.
Okay.
Celebrating her birthday today. And I want to say happy belated birthday to Mark, who works out of Price Mart in Mousica. Right? God bless you all and hope you all have a safe week.
All right, nice, man. Well, Greenwich, we'll chat again next week. Let's see how the week goes.
My pleasure, Stephan.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
All right. So that's Acting Sergeant Greenwich on the inside behind the badge. We got to take a break. 4 minutes past 7 o'clock. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll see if we can open the phone line, take a few calls before we get to Pastor John. Don't go anywhere. Breaking On continues after this.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, 1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If
You want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career?
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning. As a return, let me just remind you about Chef Shiraz very quickly. Chef has the food costing, restaurant and catering operations one-day workshop happening on the 22nd of August from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And from menu writing to profit and loss to shopping list creations, wastage control, portion control, cost and quality control, purchasing and more. Workshop material and refreshments will be provided and a certificate of participation will be issued on completion. So to get in on this one-day workshop, all you have to do is give Chef a call on 3724639 or 7375097, and that is Chef Shiraz and the Culinary Academy. And they're going to be in studio on Friday, man. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, in the first hour, I was wondering if I had enough time to deal with this thing with the Savannah, you know. I saw a little editorial here on the Queen's Park Savannah under Save the Savannah. And I was reading it and I was just, you know, I have given thoughts on that Savannah and what it could be. But it's a short opinion, and I'll give it a read, right? And then we could get into the phone calls. You have the road rage situation that we showed you behind the badge. You have that, and we have a little thing with Martha Reeves too that we want to show before we get to Pastor John. So the article goes like this. I write with growing concern over the encroachment on the Queen's Park Savannah, a heritage site that belongs not to any administration but to every citizen of this country, present and future. The Savannah has stood since 1817, when 232 acres were purchased from the Pescia family on the direction of Sir Ralph Woodford. It has survived as pasture, racecourse, airstrip, and finally as what Olga Mavrogodato so aptly called the lungs of the city. It is by the Guinness Book of World Records, the largest roundabout in the world, a distinction found nowhere else, and one we are quietly allowing to erode. Structures and car park facilities, each billed as temporary, have crept onto its grounds for decades. A carnival center now threatens to replace the grandstand entirely over considerable public objection. And this is not the first time we have watched it happen. As one resident, Maria Rivas McDonald, recently observed online, a previous administration paved another end of this same beautiful savannah, and the result beyond the eyesore was flooding. She raised a similar alarm about this year's Independence Day Parade grounds near the Botanic Gardens. If the concern is simply giving VIPs a dry place to stand, grass can be cut and temporary flooring laid. There is no need to pave a permanent road just so vehicles can drive in. That question deserves an answer. What do we have against green space? Each incursion is defended as necessary, isolated, small. But precedent does not work that way. What is paved is rarely unpaved. What is built rarely comes back down. Bit by bit, we are trading an irreplaceable public commons for parking spaces and permanent concrete and calling it progress. This is not nostalgia. It is practical. Green, permeable land in the heart of a flood-prone capital plays a real role in absorbing rainfall that concrete simply sends elsewhere. It cools a city that grows hotter every year. It gives space to the cricket matches, the joggers, the family picnics, the vendors, and the carnival itself, uses that depend entirely on the ground remaining open. The savannah does not need improving, it needs protecting. I call on our planners, our heritage bodies, and the citizens who walk its perimeter every evening to say plainly enough. Let this generation be the one that held the line, not the one that let the lungs of the city quietly close. So, I have always had my thoughts on the Queen's Park Savannah. I thought, in my humble opinion, while I have a respect for green spaces, I look at Central Park in New York City, and I look at the Queen's Park Savannah. And the Queen's Park Savannah is just this big open space that we do absolutely nothing with. And I understand it's a green space and everything, and the grass and the trees and everything is beautiful. Nobody's saying to cut down the trees or anything like that. I'm not proposing to pave any roads through the savannah or anything like that. But it is a huge space that can be utilized for several different activities. I particularly see it as a nightlife hub. I know that some people might complain about that, but I do, right? And I'm not talking about fetes during carnival time. I'm talking about an actual hub for business and activity in terms of, recreational activity and entertainment throughout the course of the year, where you can have footpaths and things like that for people to actually walk through the savannah instead of just around it at night, right? I think that it is not lit as it ought to be. It should be brighter than that. Our lighting around the savannah is poor. But more so, you walk around the savannah around 7 o'clock in the night. You can't even see inside the savannah. Alive, fellas? You can't even see inside the savannah. It's just an open field of nothingness. Right? And I'm not saying to destroy it or anything like that, I'm saying that proper planning and ideas can help. The savannah can evolve into being something else. You understand? A hub of economic activity where you have, like I said, footpaths and tables and with umbrellas and vendors and so on and so forth. And people could go there and they could eat and they could have a meal and they could take a little lime and they could, and it would take away from a lot of the traffic that you get down on Arapita Avenue here and the noise. So that's just my humble thought on it. And I'm not saying that it's so huge of a space that you're not going to utilize the entire savannah for that type of economic activity. You still have a side that you preserve for sporting activities and all other types of activities, right? Different types of activities, where nature is needed, right? You're not interfering with nature there. We have all these 5Ks. All over the country have a 5K. Every minute is a 5K. Everybody running in the road. You have the Queen's Park Savannah there. If the Ministry of Sport ought to be, if the eyes are open and they're sharp enough, when you're looking at all of these 5Ks that are taking place now, when we got into 5Ks in 2022, it didn't have so much 5Ks. My 5K was the only 5K on that day, with the exception of the TTPS zone. Now it have about 6 on the same day of my 5K. It have about 3 or 4 every day. You have midnight run. You have all kind of thing going on. And if I was the Ministry of Sport and the Ministry of Planning and whomever else has to get involved, agriculture, because the Horticultural Society is in charge of that as well, and they fall under Ministry of Agriculture, I would be looking at the savannah for hosting these type of events. You understand? Where people can actually come to a space and spectate. So it's not just a 5K where the runners come out and they run in and you have to get police and traffic management. And when they're coming around the savannah, all the traffic had to stop for as long as the time as the runners need to pass and all these kind of things. You take it and you move it into a space where you could accommodate for spectators and everything to come out. You have a midnight run going on from here to there to everywhere, right? Could you imagine if that midnight run now the runners were supported by other members who coming out to support and they have a little space where they could watch the race and the race going wrong and wrong. If you understand what I'm saying now, that's just off the top of my head. I know it takes deeper planning than that, but I'm just saying, I ain't have a whole blueprint in front of me, but these are just thoughts now that could be applied to that massive green space that we have. The fact that it is by the Guinness World Book of Records the largest roundabout in the world, regardless of what development takes place inside of the savannah, it doesn't change that. You understand? It will always remain the largest roundabout in the world. But I respect the author's thoughts on preserving green space and so on and so forth. But I just think that, there are spaces like that can be developed for the better and not necessarily the worst. So, but some people, when they see, when they hear ideas and they see development and improvement and things like that, they get worried and they start to push a panic button when there is no need to, right? So I'm just saying, it is a space that could be utilized for so much, and we do so little with it. It just sits there. It just sits in there, the savannah. That's what it does. It just sits there. And everybody that goes to the savannah goes around the savannah. You don't see anybody walking through the savannah. You have the rugby and all these things that take place there, and they just have little football sweat. And you could preserve all of that. There are parts of the savannah you could preserve all of that. But there are parts that can be developed for economic hubs to be created while maintaining the space, the green space. So, I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. 327-7400. We have 21 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. We have about 9 minutes. We can take some calls. If you keep it short, sharp, and sweet. And we will take them as quick as possible. So, let's go. Phone lines are open. And I welcome your thoughts on the savannah space. Maybe some of you might disagree with me and say, nah, Stephan, we need to preserve that green space. And nothing is wrong with that. We could have a debate on that. We could have a conversation on it. That's fine. Also, we had the video with the road rage incident with that vehicle at X-Trail. I hope the police, it should be easy for the police to track down whomever was driving the X-Trail. It should be very easy for them to track them down and issue a charge or whatever charges might apply. All right? And don't forget that the Breaking Dawn Christmas party is definitely on. Tickets will be out on the 1st of September, and the date is November the 28th. So put that date in your notebook, mark it on your calendar. No excuses, we're early enough. Tickets will be out on the 1st of September. So as soon as we get past Independence Day, we're ready to go with the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. And it's going to be Parang, Soca, and Old School. Let's get ready for that. Hello, good morning.
Stephan, morning.
What going on, man?
Issue of the Savannah, yeah, I have no problem with what the government is doing here right now. I think it's a nice initiative. I mean, on all these different trees coming right around from the president's office. It has real trees around there, so we have good shelter from the sun and stuff. I mean, really and truly, I didn't really give a rat's hoot about parade, because honestly speaking, the way how this country does run, I didn't even feel we are independent, honestly speaking. But that's the next story for itself. Son, but yeah, I support the initiative the government come up, and I really wish they stick with it. Yeah, stay with our plan and let the people come around and have a little trees of shelter and thing there. Son, but just now you see something there, people that go wrong in Savannah. Stephan, you ever walk through the Savannah?
If I ever walk through the Savannah?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've walked through the Savannah already, but the vast majority of people who come out to go to the Savannah, they go around it.
Yeah, you go around, if you walk through, you probably might encounter something in the middle. And them fellas them always they waiting and praying on somebody. Somebody. Yeah, man. Anyway, you know my usual fire, burn, blaze, all them PNM and them. Thank you.
All right, man, no problem. Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stephan. Morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Stephan, I like the little initiative we have with the police officers and them, or they put in and put up a little police posts and whatever. Yeah, the crime dropped down a little bit. Why don't sit down and look at sometimes like when there's all these little things that's happening, or they're trying to draw some rules or map towards the crime. Like, if you like the bandits, sometimes they sit down and relax and see what we're doing after, like there's going on a rampage. I'm not saying it will happen or it will never happen, but sometimes there's going on a rampage and like they just pull up the little space or gaps that they leave back. You understand? But it's just that, you need to look back. I always say crime is everywhere. Crime could be in your backyard. Crime in your own house and even your own family could be in crime and you don't know. For the road rage, this road rage thing, I'm going to tell you something. What about the vehicle behind that vehicle that doing that, stopping and blocking the person and preventing from passing? If the person in the back of that had a gift, well, you understand when I say a gift, and overflow that on that man now, would that be the situation? What the police is going to do now, knowing that this person is blocking this person, it's not hard to find them because you have the number plate and you have the vehicles. I don't think it's hard to find them. You understand, Stephan?
Right.
Everyone have a blessed day. Enjoy the SID and you all be safe, man.
All right, man. No problem, man. Take it easy. All right. I'll go in again. Morning. Yeah, morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Yeah.
Stephan, sometimes you just had to wonder where these people that jump out all in a sudden. And, it is caused it to be borderline to disrespect them, Patrick Watson wasn't living in Trinidad for the last 10 years, or was he advising Colin Imbert how to present budget and balance the economy and all these kind of things? How all in a sudden them talking about the economy and we have to be careful and all these kind of things? Where their voice was for the last 10 years. And the other one who jump out and talking about you have to be careful with the investment and the American making in Trinidad and Tobago. Something wrong with these people. You talking about a country investing in $750 million. Where they feel is a sweet drink factory or something, these people coming to invest in here and questioning where they will get the material thing. It's only in Trinidad and Tobago we had a government that would close down a refinery that we producing crude oil and go to buy fuel from outside. You understand? So don't put it past these people the way how they think and the mentality they have. We would shut down a sugar refinery and import sugar So this is Trinidad and Tobago how, with the vision of how the PNM does operate. You understand? Don't put it against them that we might they might build a shoes factory and start to import coffee and cocoa in. That's how we just think under the PNM. You know? And last thing, do we have to always report a crime for the police to investigate it? You've seen a clear fraudulent situation where a cybercrime is committed, where they're using the police service, the TTPS, as a means of extorting money. The TTPS cannot launch an investigation and find out where this generated from and who it is is responsible for it to be committing this fraud in Trinidad and Tobago. And then you see a video where clearly somebody is trying to obstruct somebody, or you don't know if it was a kidnapping or some kind of thing, and they have that and they launch an investigation. As yet, something had to be wrong with these people in this country. We have a good morning, Stephan. Take care, man.
All right, no problem. I'll go again. Let me see, 7:28. Ask some time. I can take the next one. So. Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
The Queen's Park Savannah has to be developed in such a way that people in Trinidad and Tobago will want to go there at any time of the day or the night without interfering with the breathing space of the city. And also so that when tourists come in, they can utilize every space in the Savannah for different activities that will now make them feel comfortable whenever they come here, rather than just other small places. So there's a need now to have a national discussion now and looking at other jurisdictions and what happened now. So what we really want for that Queen's Park Savannah is important. The same way how we preserve the Magnificent Seven, we preserve the Savannah, but we make it now accessible and usable, not just for us, but for also for tourists and all too at the same time. So it's a discussion that we have to have.
Right.
As far as the economy is growing, money is being invested that we don't have, and it is important for that, and people will resist, but at the end of the day, we need to move forward, and it is moving forward. Crime is coming down. They're doing something that when here the SOE is done, and things happen, the police will be acting on site. And here they're talking about bringing also US people inside. I have a little issue with Gary Griffith. I always turn to him. He always talking about things that he could have done and should have done or would have done. And he put certain things in place, and he was part of the government that bring it down. So I think it's time for him now to get on board and stop being negative and start being positive and look at ways and means that he can make a contribution in terms of his comments. I'll go down too long. We're going to talk again the next day. Have a good evening.
All right, man, no problem. Yeah. Let me see if I can squeeze our next one here. Yeah, morning, go ahead.
Hey, morning.
Yeah, man.
So, with regard to them building in Savannah, I always of the belief they need to decentralize all them things. Stop fitting up everything in Port of Spain. There are other places that exist in Trinidad that we could change, diversify, develop. That's what my thoughts are.
Okay.
They focus too much on Port of Spain. It's like they always complain about the traffic and everything. Want to the rest of Trinidad? What about all the space staff in Trinidad? If they're fighting for the grass, leave them with the grass.
Right.
You know what I mean? You decentralize, create new ports, create new points of access, right? Stimulate economy outside of Port of Spain. Right. There are other small vendors who could enjoy that same thing they have with the food fair. Right? Do things like that, right? Stimulate the economy outside of Port of Spain.
All right, no problem.
Right, that's my thoughts on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. I'm not too certain. Anyhow, let me find out what is the real thing. I don't know what the actual government is doing. I know they're setting up something there opposite president. I saw the article there, but I didn't really read it. But my thoughts on what they're doing. My thoughts is on the Savannah and the green space, and it's just thoughts that I've had over a period of time watching the Savannah, and I've mentioned it before. Morning. Final caller.
Morning, Stephan.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Stephan, where was people talking when you remember King George V Park?
Yeah.
We used to go and pack up in that park to go and see cricket in the Oval, Stephan.
Yeah.
That was my park in the Oval. What happened now? When you go in the Oval, you can use King George
the fifth park again.
Okay.
You can use King George the fifth park there. But they had the hospital park, that private hospital there.
Right.
They have them parking up there now, and nobody wasn't saying nothing about that. So how they come to talking about the savannah? That's why I doesn't even go and see cricket in the oval again, because I missing my park real bad. My park used to be as I drive in there or on the right side. I park right there near the road, and I go on the north stand up in the savannah.
Yeah.
And back over and watching me, and I seen my casting time too. So people that's only talk. I ain't studying that. There ain't nothing to even talk about, Stephan. Have a good time, Stephan.
All right.
Enjoy yourself when you go again, Stephan.
No
Forget
problem.
about them Trinidad, you know.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna hold up there. Yeah, look, just as he mentioned that with the parking at Nelson Mandela Park or King George, I prefer, I just call it King George still. The CPL games, all 5 CPL games will be held at the Oval, and I know that parking will be an issue. I am hoping that they have contacted the corporation, the Port of Spain Corporation, to utilize Nelson Mandela for parking. Because I remember the last time, or there was a time that there was CPL games and the record was out. And the record, real people get wrecked. All right? So I'm hoping that they could utilize that, and then people had to pay a little $20 or whatever it is, or $20 or $30 a park in Nelson Mandela and the vehicle safe, then make sure that that happens, because you don't want to have major tournaments like the CPL going on where you know the Oval is going to be rammed out with people and they have nowhere to park, because you remember the Oval is in the middle of Woodbrook, right, on Tragrid Road, and people is parked all over the place, right? But if they could utilize the grounds, because I see when CIC had the all-inclusive fed, they just utilize Nelson Mandela for parking. When I went CIC fed this year, is Nelson Mandela grounds I park on. And they was charging, I think it was $40 or some kind of thing so. You know what I mean? So if they could utilize it for parking for the fed, the Oval could more than utilize Nelson Mandela right across the road for patrons that coming out to watch the CPL. So I'm waiting to see what goes on with that. Yeah, but I think we need to evolve. We need to evolve, man. All of these spaces like the Savannah and stuff, especially Savannah, you know what I mean? It needs to evolve. It needs to be an economic hub. There are so many opportunities that could be had in the Savannah. And I want to make sure and drive this point. I am not saying to destroy the green space. I am saying that the Savannah can evolve into something that that you might even see it because your vision clouded, you know, based on your thought process. But for people that look at us, people will come here, look at us Savannah and say, wait boy, you know how much I can do with that? And turn it into something that will amaze you. The other space that we need to start developing is down in Chagaramas. Chagaramas is a super hub for tourism. You understand? We could have ships coming in down there with tons of tourists, and you could create all sorts of economic activity down there from business. It didn't even have an ATM down in Chagaramas. All you know that? It didn't even have an ATM. I ain't even thinking about ATM in Chagaramas. Or Carnage, if I'm not mistaken. But you could start to put down in Chagaramas there, you could start to develop it into this economic tourism hub where tourists come, they get in there, and they have a time. You have everything going on there, from steel pan to soca shows and entertainment to art and craft, to everything you could think about, you could put it right down there in that little hub. And they're coming in on ships, and they're coming off the ship, and they're going in right there. And you could just develop that whole area into, that is underutilized areas. What we are doing in Chagaramas, really? It have an ATM down there, where? After, look how far you have to go. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a real activity with banking and nothing down inside of there. It used to have a KFC down there, and that, remember, it used to have a KFC down there? That's where Five Islands is now? Right, well, let me don't even talk about that, because anyway. I think Five Islands itself was a terrific initiative and that kind of thing, and I think you need more development along those lines on that part of Trinidad and Tobago. But there is so much that we could do down there that we don't do. It's just underutilized. I see the boardwalk and somebody put a picture of the boardwalk and how it deteriorated. Well, boy, I didn't want to go into that. That just lack of maintenance over a long period of time that got the boardwalk to that position. I remember when Kamala came in 2015, when the partnership came in, they developed and created the boardwalk and gave you a beautiful space, well lit. People used to go down there and cook and all kind of thing and lime and thing in the night. But they go and put campfire on the boardwalk and mash it up. You see what I mean? We had to blame yourself too. That's just an idiotic thing to do. But my point is that there's so much things you could do on that down there. You could develop down there. You understand what I'm saying? Anyhow, look, that just, it didn't even make no sense talking about them thing because half the population saying, yeah, boy, that's a good idea, and the next half stoops in. So me missing my time. We go to the break. When we come back, Pastor John will be with us. Don't go anywhere.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, 1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb bagging, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Brangwin Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Trinity, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, so we're back, and 16 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. We got Pastor John with us via Zoom. Purple tie and everything, man. I like our purple tie, you know. Purple tie, it is pop. When you have it on with your shirt and thing, any color shirt it is work with. A purple tie, well, black or white, yeah, it is pop. It is just popping. Yeah, what going on, man? Everything cool?
You know, to make an old man feel good, man.
Well, oh gosh, man.
He's a real guy, Sonia.
We were now talking before we came in. I know you have your topic, but I didn't know you had this thing. I started drinking it. The
collagen.
That's it. Yes, that's the thing, man. The
Take
collagen.
one a day. Listen to me good. This is why, if you have the products with you or you don't have it with you, you have it home?
Yeah. I have it home. A whole box.
Right.
You come and you bring a whole box with 10 in it.
Right. So you got to get more. Listen, if you got the products with you, I can explain to you every single one, which is easier for you to understand. But I could go through them with you today, right now, and that will make it the topic for the day. All the different products. And you want to start with this one?
Let me start with that one because that's for your skin and thing, right?
This is for your skin, for your joints. Your body has 28 collagens in your body.
Okay.
That is how your body is designed. So this is designed to restore your own collagen. I'll send you the website. You can read up on it also. I'll text it to you today. Where information on this product. This is a boss. Did you put it in the fridge and drink it?
Yeah. But I drink half in the morning. Good. I drink half of the bottle in the morning and half in the evening.
Come on, you're making joke. It's a small bottle, or you can drink half.
No, but I see it say once. No, but it say once open, refrigerate.
Right, but
so I thought it's a little. I didn't know it's one shot.
Oh, this is 1.7 ounce. The minute you put it in your mouth, it finished like this.
Well, yeah, and that done it. It tastes good too.
It is extremely good. This what we have in our hands, and I'm glad you get the products. And I wish you could have seen all the others. It's not only for it's for your skin, eczemas, acne, arthritis, because when someone have arthritis, it means that the ligaments and the cartilage is on the decline.
Right.
And this liquid collagen is true science to actually activate all the collagen your body has. Now, I don't have an hour, and you may ask me more questions about other products. This collagen literally is 28%, 30% of all the proteins you process in your body, you need collagen. And the majority of people are lacking it. This is extremely powerful. I'm glad you get it, and I'm glad you like it, because I was wondering if you like the taste.
No, it tastes real good. I thought about it, I was a little skeptical at first, but when I smell it, I said, I just smell it like it tastes good. It went down real good. It went down real good. It tastes like I don't want to say a juice, but a very rich.
You can take this one, you can take with food, without food, any time of the day.
Any time of the day. All right, well,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because I see it came in a box with 10 in it. Because when I see it, I was like, collagen. I see, but that's something familiar, you know. I might need that, you know. Yeah, because something come up on my hand here, and I was going to make an appointment by the dermatologist, because it's here for a little while, and I haven't been really using anything on it. I thought it would go away, but I said, look, let me try the collagen and see if it clear up. So I'll be able to tell you by the end of next week. But well, all the bottles will be done by then. So.
Well, I can tell you, I'll get you more. If you go 8 weeks with this here, 8 weeks, you will see a complete turnover of your whole entire body. 8 weeks.
8 weeks is plenty, you know, right? Plenty bottles, you know.
It doesn't matter.
It's a bottle of beer, you know. It's a bottle of beer, you know.
If that man is drinking beers every day, that's 8 weeks of beers, a lot of bottles of beers he's drinking too.
56 bottles, you know.
That is okay. That's 60 bottles.
All right.
That's
all right.
2 months.
No, I wanted to try
I drink this every day. See, this one is empty. Look how it's empty one. Every morning. I drink one of them.
I want to know how your skin looking so clean all the time, man.
What's the next one you have? You want to talk about?
Well, I got different bottles with I think it's the activator.
The blue one, okay.
The blue is a blue but each one of them saying something different.
Okay, yes. On the activator, on the blue bottle that you have.
Let me see the bottle. If I see the bottle, I'll be able to tell you.
Yes, I'm gonna bring it up for you right now. This one here.
Right. So I get about, I think it's 4 or 5. It's about 4 of those bottles, 4 or 5, boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You listen to me. This is the cell activator. You see me open a package?
Yeah.
This package in hand is the same thing in this bottle. The package is being done for convenience for people in the Caribbean. A lot of people sell them separate because everybody may not be able to buy all the whole package together.
Right.
But this activator, one of this organic tablet in this activator will reduce oxidative stress by 40% in the first 30 days. This has miltitol, bacopa, ashwagandha, green tea, and curcumin. This is what you call the synergizer. If you look at the name, it says synergizer because to synergize meaning is to put together.
Right.
This product, this is one of the pillars of the 3 of them because the second label is a silver label. One say NRF2. You can Google it, and NRF1 and NAD. So your NRF2 is what is your own body's antioxidant. You told me that you had problems with maybe something where the doctor says they discover early signs of glaucoma or forget about what you said to me, but anybody listening to me. So it is the antioxidant in your body. When you eat an orange or you eat an apple or soursop, it kills antioxidant because everything from the garden, kill free radicals. However, your body has billions of free radicals attacking the body on a daily basis, right? So billions of free radicals, this will kill free radicals 1 million every second. This has been clinically tested. You could show this to your doctor, your medical doctor, and give it to them. And when they look it up, they will see all the papers and all the clinically tested is done by human beings and placebo tested. This was done 100% organic. This is the same thing you see me taking every day, one of this. Now, the silver bottle or the silver label, NAF1, you take 2 of that. That will be 3. And the other white label, you take 2. That's the same 5 of this you see me taking every day.
Right.
The same thing. The mitochondria is like the power station. It's like, well, I hope it's better than TNTech, because TNTech, when I used to go to school, was kind of bad. Maybe they're good now. But don't care how people don't like TNTech, your country cannot survive without TNTech. I don't know if that's a good example I'm giving the nation. You could criticize TNTech all you want. If they go on strike now, everybody cry. Only because you need energy, and the body needs energy. The brain needs 20% of all the energy the body uses. So people with ALS and Alzheimer's and all the different brain disorders have challenges. You need the NRF1. Now, these are not supplements that you're going to make NRF2 in your body or NRF1. It activates what you already have. And the energy is your sotunes. Your sotunes is like a thymus. As the process, like back to TNTech example, since I'm speaking to my audience in Trinidad, they got the power plants, but the sotunes is like the wires. If you don't connect the wires properly, you cannot process the energy that you have the workers, but you need to put the wires correctly in the system to get the supply of the right energy it needs. So take 5 of them. If you look at me, what I have in my hands, and you take one of the blue label, every day, I'm taking it now. Every day I take it. It's so powerful, it's unbelievable.
Oh, that's the one you're 65 in.
Mm-hmm. The next set you will get it in a box, because if I send it to you, I will give it to you in the box. So you don't have to remember which bottle to open or not.
All right.
When I send you directly. That's this year. The next one you want to talk about. And if we don't finish, we'll finish the next day.
Yeah, we have about 4 minutes. Or 3
All
to 4
right,
minutes.
what's next one?
We could
The next
probably
one
go
you
through this
want
one in
to
3
talk about,
minutes, yeah. We can
All
probably
right.
go through this next one in 3 minutes. Which one is that?
Which one you want? I finished the bottles. Which one you want to talk
it's
about?
plenty. It's a whole package, man. Bring it. If you show me, I'll tell you. If you show me,
All right.
if you show me, I will tell you.
You get this one here?
Let me see. Yes, I got that. Yes.
Okay, it says carb block, like carbohydrates block.
Right,
Carb block in
that's the same sugar blocker, right?
It's the same sugar blocker.
But
the last time you get it in the orange pack.
Yeah.
When you first get it, it used to look like this here. When you first get it,
Right.
it looked like this.
Yes, that's what I custom seeing.
Well, both of them is the same thing.
Okay.
All it did is change the name.
Yeah, but it same flavor or different flavor?
Same exact thing.
Same flavor, right.
Same thing. Nothing changed.
All right.
All the name is just the name and the label. That's it. This put a coating, like you have a car and you polish the car and rain fall and you see the water running off the car. So the sugar blocker put a coating on your endothelial cells. Your endothelial cells is the lining of your red blood vessel. So when you eat sugar, refined sugar, you eat a sugar cake or whatever you eat. I don't even know if they still make sugar cake in Trinidad. Maybe they don't make them thing again. You're too young to know what sugar cake is.
Nah, it's not sugar cake. It's
But-
still a sugar cake. Don't fret. It's still a
They
sugar
still
cake.
make sugar cake.
Of course, it's still a sugar
Alright.
cake. Yeah, man.
Okay, good. Nevertheless,
I don't eat
when
it,
you
but it's
eat-
still have it.
Right, when you eat sugar directly or indirectly, refined sugar, it does not latch onto your endothelial cells, so you flush it out. For example, coronavirus or any kind of virus, if a virus never latch onto your cells, it cannot do harm to the body. Right? So therefore, somebody may say, I have diarrhea today, and instead of thanking God for the diarrhea, sometimes is a pathogen like a virus that the stomach was able to burn out and not latch onto the cells, and they got to pass it out. So is the sugar blocker not doing damage to your whole entire system. This is the one I tell everybody, if you're not sick or you're sick, you should be using this. If you're going to the club, you're going to party, you're going to drink alcohol, you want to use a sugar blocker before you drink alcohol, because alcohol is pure sugar. So it wouldn't do no damage. You wouldn't have no hangovers. If you drink this before you drink alcohol, you ain't gonna have no hangover after you finish drinking and having a good time. So this becomes extremely powerful for people, especially diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, cancer, because cancer feed on sugar over and over and over again. That might run out my time. Next week we'll go through the P84 and the other stuff. If you have it with you, I can show it to you, or I can explain.
I'll walk with it. I'll walk with it. So I'll walk with what we didn't get to go through today.
Right. But it's very, very powerful stuff that you get there, that if you use it, now you can see. Now, if you use these things consistently, the best time to report is after 120 days, because the human body gets new blood cells, new red blood cells every 120 days. Every 10 days, you're going to see a process in your body, because you get new white blood cells every 10 days, but you get new red blood cells every 120 days. It have people that call me and get mad with me and get vexed because they blood changing every 120 days, like if I make them. I just tell the people, you go argue with God. Look up in the air, call God and get mad with him. That's how you make the body. No, they just get mad with me. Trinidadians get mad with me. A woman say, "You're mad?" I said, "No, the blood changes every 120 days. That's how the body works."
All right.
But when you get the new blood cells, that's when the body starts to perform now, because if the new blood cells that make in the bone marrow is greater and more clean than the one you had before, the last 4 months you experienced, that's when people start to give testimonies, how they start to feel better, because the body is healing itself. Like a diabetic patient, he needs to get back to the place where insulin in the body is producing on its own before he had diabetes. That diabetic patient needs to bring down the A1C under 5.7 to be healthy again. And that is the secret is inside of you. You don't have to go outside of the world to get healed. The body heals itself, and that's why we give the statements, that statements made about products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, cure, or prevent any disease, and my number is 516-286-7079. Just remember, sir, and to tell all your partners in the studio that this is an activator. In other words, then, I never ask you if you have other people advertising about health wellness anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter to me about supplements, because what we do, nobody else does. This is activator. You are actually activating your whole entire system.
All right. Nice one.
Okay.
Well, Pastor John, we will hear from you again next Wednesday, and I'm very interested to find out about the rest of the products. But the collagen, boy, yeah, boy. I'll take that consistently.
You can walk with this anywhere you want to, man. And the bottle nice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can
The
put it in your
bottle-
pocket and make a move with it, yeah. I think I only have about
All
three
right.
I think I have about 3 bottles left. All right, so...
Are you serious?
But it's 10. Look how long I come
But
back.
you ain't make it. But you don't make joke, man.
1,
You're
2,
looking
3,
at
4, 5. Yeah, about 2 or 3 bottles left. About 3 bottles here. I think about 3 bottles still.
Get me the address. Get me the address and let me get it to you ASAP.
All right, no problem. So
All right. I need the address.
1516. Calling number one more time.
516-286-7079.
All right, you all get in contact with Pastor John today. Pastor, thanks a lot, man.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, man, I didn't know I didn't know he had so much product, you know. The man had all kind of different thing, you know. I thought it was just but it's when I went to Antigua, he had one of the guys who is one of the agents over there for him in Antigua. I didn't get to go to the actual shop, but because the schedule didn't accommodate for us to do so, we were real busy. But he came and he dropped it off at the hotel and thing, and I got the other types of product that he carries. It's a wide range of products the man is carrying, but it's no one trick pony thing now. All right, so we got to take the final break. When we come back, I don't think we have any birthdays, but Martha Reeves, we come into her, old substrain.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Trinity, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, We can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, so we're back. Now, I want to do this very quickly. It won't take long. These two clips are very, very short. Martha Reeves, in case you all don't know who Martha Reeves is, Martha Rose Reeves, she's an American R&B and pop singer. And I believe she was a politician as well. She is best known for being the lead singer of the Motown girl group Martha and the Vandellas, which scored several major Hot 100 hits, such as Nowhere to Run, Heatwave, Jimmy Jack, and Dancing in the Street, among others. Now, from 2005 until 2009, she served as an elected councilwoman in her hometown of Detroit, Michigan, and Martha Reeves and the Vandellas were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995. In 2023, Rolling Stone ranked Reeves at number 151 on its list of the 200 greatest singers of all time. This is very important that we take note of that. Rolling Stone in 2023 ranked her as 151 out of the 200 greatest singers of all time. Nice. So, apparently, you know, at the start of every game, every sports event, they hire somebody to sing the national anthem. And Martha Reeves sang the national anthem at the opening of a baseball game. Right? We have, you got it? Yeah, part one? Right. So I want to take you to Martha Reeves singing the national anthem. Keep in mind, Rolling Stone ranked her as the 151st out of 200, 151 of the greatest singers of all time. Run the track there.
And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air.
Unforgettable hits. Her music has inspired generations of fans from around the world. Robin Roberts Stadium, please welcome Martha Reeves.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free
Mr. City. Always see small man face in the crowd watching the father. Small man's like, oh God, maybe she had a bad day. She did, however, go on a talk show after. And apparently, you know, they probably mentioned the singing of the national anthem, I believe, and, you know, she decided to rattle it off there as well. Take me to part 2 now. Yeah, sure, kinda.
I can do it right now. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight less gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Bring it on, bring it on. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Director, say you can't take it no more. He said, stop it, please. Oh, God. As I don't know, maybe as you age, you lose the vocal ability. I don't know. But at the end, they applaud her in the studio there, though. Yeah, and she was real confident, which I could do it right now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, as we come off the back of yesterday, which was World Steel Pan Day, that is why our national anthem is, you know, so popularly played on the steel pan. Amen for the steel pan. Amen for instruments. All right? Because sometimes, boy, I don't know, but Martha Reeves was a big singer. All them I know is Martha Reeves, but Martha Reeves was a big singer back in the day. Unfortunate to hear her rattle off the U.S. national anthem like that, boy, the Star Spangled Banner. No, she's not performing at the Breaking On Christmas party. Oh, God. Hey, people, the Breaking On Christmas party is back. Big people party. Parang Soca Old School, November the 28th. Lions Cultural Center, right by the stadium. We will see you guys there. Get your tickets. Tickets will be out on the 1st of September. And with that said, we are out for today. For all of us here at Breaking Dawn, thanks a lot for your calls and your comments. Thanks to Acting Sergeant Greenwich and, of course, Pastor John for joining us. And, you know, we'll be back to do this all over again tomorrow without Martha Reeves. We won't do that 2 days in a row. We're gone. Have a great day.